Welcome to my Wario Land 1 any% / no major skips tutorial. This tutorial aims to show you how to do all the major tricks and skips and glitches in any% and no major skips, and also for some other categories like all treasures. But any% and no major skips are actually the main categories in this game, and also glitchless, but those tricks are, like, at least most of them are banned and glitchless because they're considered glitches. Yeah, and I wanted to create a tutorial for it because recently the community of Wario Land 1 just grew, and I heard it from a bunch of people that they don't know how to do like all those crazy tricks that you're doing in a run, because they seem kind of confusing, and it's not so easy to just understand by just watching. So yeah, I just thought I'm gonna create a tutorial for it and to show you at least my way how I am doing them. And yeah, because when I started playing the game, that was like 5 years or so ago, there were no tutorials. There were only like 2 or 3 runs on the leaderboard, and I know the struggle to learn all this stuff by just watching a game. There were some pace spins made by VLEG where he explains where he explains some of the stuff there, but I think it's always easier to have a video tutorial for it. And yeah, there are also two written guides by Pan, who's another runner from our community and also a moderator on the leaderboards. And you can find those guides on speedrun.com, and they are already, I think, 3 years old or something like this, but they are still a good starting point for new players to pick up the game, to learn like the basic stuff that you have to do in the levels, because this tutorial will not show you how to do like every single level. It's just aiming to show you how to do the major tricks in the game. Yeah, and first off, as you may have noticed, I'm not a native speaker, so please bear with me if I pronounce something wrong or make some mistakes grammatically, because yeah, I'm not a native speaker, but I will try my best to like explain it as easily as I can. I don't know. Whatever. If you do end up like not understanding something I'm explaining to you, you can always hit me up on Discord or just write a comment. Yeah, but and I will link the Discord and also the tutorials made by Pan in the description down below. And yeah, you can just always, we're a friendly community, you can always ask any of us, and I'm pretty sure you will get help pretty soon. So yeah, I will try to explain all the glitches like in a chronological order, like as best as I can, because there's some things I want to like put after another. But yeah, we will get to this. So I'm actually playing on emulator. I'm using BizHawk right now because that emulator allows me to show my inputs. Like, if you can see it on the top left, you can see if I'm pressing left or right, up, down and stuff like this, A or B. You can basically just see everything, and also I can show you my mouse, because for some things it's probably better to do it like this. Usually I'm playing on Game Boy Player with original hardware, but yeah, for this tutorial it's probably easier to do it like this, because I also made some save states so I don't have to play through the whole game. Yeah, and maybe let's just start off with the first trick. Oh no, maybe not. One thing I have to mention first is that I will just assume that you know the basics of the game, that you know how to run, how to jump and stuff like this. Because there are some things that you may have to know before doing those glitches. But yeah, let's just start off with the first trick. And the first trick we're gonna learn is called level skip or map skip. Some call it level skip, some call it map skip. That is actually the trick that makes the difference between any percent and no major skips, because in no major skips that is the only trick that's banned, because it can save you a bunch of time, because you can basically just skip a bunch of levels, plus you can skip the whole second world. Like Mount Teapot, you can just skip it completely with that trick. And the good thing is, this trick is pretty easy. There's just one thing you have to do. Let's just start off with those are 2 fresh files, and I'm gonna show you how it's done. So, cause that is actually the first level, Rice Beach 1, and usually you have to, of course, just finish it in order to play Rice Beach 2. But with this trick, we can actually skip that first level, and all you have to do is press down and right on the exact same frame, like down and right, and you can skip it. Let me show you real quick. That's just it. Of course you can mess that up if you like press right or down like a frame too early or something like this. You have to press them at the exact same frame in order to make it work. So that's basically all you have to know. I mean, if you fail it, let me show you real quick. Like for example, if I press right and then down, he will go back. Like he will take the path that is already like made for him, which is down in this case. And you can also do this trick by pressing right and up instead of down and right, or right and down, whatever. It really depends on where you come from. Like now Wario's he's coming from down, so you have to press down and right at the exact same frame in order to skip some levels that where you come from above, which let me show you. I created that. You can just see I wrote down where to press which button, and if you accidentally press like the wrong button, for example, if you press for SSTC 28, if you press down and right, I think you can actually soft lock the game. So you should really only press the exact things I just wrote down. Also, another thing I should mention is that if you skip the level, see, I'm pressing down now, I can't go back to that level. We can, of course, if we just quit the world and go back in, but for example the second world, this one, Mount Teapot, we're gonna skip like the whole world there. We just go in. Maybe I have a save state for it. Yeah, I do have one. It's like now we just completed the first world. See, let me show you real quick. See, we beat the boss right there, and then usually you go in there. Now you're just gonna exit this world and press down and right again, so you can just basically skip the whole world. But in this case, there's no way to get back into this world there, because there's no path, and there will never be a path made for it. So, and we can't exit here. Even if you hard reset, I think you can't go back, but you don't have to, probably. So yeah, that's basically the first trick that you have to do. Now I just wrote down that SC21, which is this curse, the second one in the third world, SC21. You can skip that one by pressing up and right because you're actually coming from above. Just remember, I said it depends on where you initially come from and where you go to, kinda, but it's always right. It's never left. Yeah. Yeah. So that is basically a level skip / map skip. The only difference between no major skips and any %. So what's next? As I said, I will do that chronologically. So so the next one is actually Pouncer Skip or / Rice Beach 4 skip. Rice Beach 4 is the level where it's kind of an auto scroller because you have to wait for the spiky boy here, and he's called Pouncer. That's why we call it Pouncer Skip. So usually what you have to do is normally you would have to just wait for him to like carry you over the lava, because the lava down there is it will instantly kill you. It's an insta death tile. So as soon as you touch it, you will just die. So so yeah, normally you would have to wait for him, and now you could just move like normally. At least if you have the jet head, you can skip that little part, but that's what we do in glitchless. But there's actually a way to skip like the whole auto-scroller section, but it's like a more advanced trick, I would say. It's one of the tricks that I was learning pretty late, because there is no real tutorial that shows you how to do it, and I always thought it's kind of scary, because if you that's the wrong one, because if you somehow mess it up, you will basically just die, because you will fall into the lava or get hit by the bats no matter what you're doing. You can't save it if you mess it up once. But yeah, let me just show you how I approach this. So the first thing we encounter is like are those spikes there. With the jet head, I said you have to know like the basic movement of Wario, especially when he has the jet head, because that's the item we're gonna use for basically the whole run. Because it's super OP. It's like the cape in Super Mario World, like similar to that. You can skip a bunch of levels with it. And one cool thing about this jet head is that if you dash through those spikes or anything that is going to hit you, that is a block and it's going to hit you, not a sprite, you can just pass through it. It won't hurt you at all. Only, as I said, those lava tiles, they are instant death tiles, and also the Pouncer itself, it's an instant death tile, so you can't jet through this. But so yeah, we take advantage out of that and yeah, make use of it to actually skip through those spikes there. So the first thing we want to do is we wanna pass those spikes. So how do we do this? I mean, of course you can jet this low, but after we after we pass the spikes there, we want to jump on this bed right there. And if you dash so low, there's no way you can jump on it. So you have to actually dash like in a certain height. You have a little room to play with, but yeah, just you can see my mouse cursor right there. Wario's jet head, like the top of his jet head, should be around that two like dots on the wall you can see right there, one there and one there. And somewhere in between, if his, like the top part of his jet head is somewhere in between, you're pretty much fine. You got probably the correct height. Maybe you can even go a little bit lower, but I wouldn't recommend doing it. So yeah, but the problem is if you dash too early or like too high, you like if your jet head is around here, the top of his jet head sprite is around here, you will bonk into the wall. Just let me show you. If I would just dash, see, it's hard to see, but I probably the top part of his sprite was around here, and so you will just bonk off the wall and fall into the lava no matter what you do. So this may seems like hard to do, but there are actually two ways. Like the normal way, and this is actually the faster way that most people who do the skip are doing, is that you just start dashing on the same height as you're walking on, like just like that, and then you let go of you press B twice, like pretty quickly, in order to just lose some pixels of height. See, like this, it's just like 1 or 2 pixels, and now I got like pretty much the perfect height. And one thing I like to mention is that the higher you are, the easier it is. Like the easier is the part that's coming up, like the bad bounce. But you've pretty much, if you know how to do this like consistently, like dashing through those spikes at the correct height, that's like pretty much half of the job done. As I said, there are two ways to do this. One thing is you just walk, let go. Okay, that was like I re-grabbed or pressed B for the second time. That was just too slow. There's actually another way that I used to do. It's probably like a second slower or half a second, and I don't know why, but this just helped me to do it. Is I just jump against this wall, and now I have like a little bit more time to like prepare myself. Maybe that's just a mental thing, I don't know. Prepare myself for dashing. If I pause, that's pretty hard. But let me show you real quick. Just like this. See, that is kinda low, but it should work. Let me check. Yeah, that worked. But that would be like one of the lowest points where you can actually start the dash and finish it successfully. So yeah, that's basically what you have to do for the first section. You have to get past the spikes at the correct height, and the part that is coming up now, the bad bounce, might be, it seems kind of hard, but really if you like press everything after another, it's not that hard. So let's just assume we got this. Again, this is pretty low. Like you can see the top of his sprite, the top of his head is around the same height as the bottom part of that dot, but that should be fine actually. So what you want to do is you want to start your dash and just dash to the right, and as soon as you see the first bat, like as soon as you start the bat flying at you, as soon as you see the bat start flying at you, so that's the correct sentence, you will turn around. So you want to press left and then B again. So you want to turn around and dash to the left again, and like go like back and forth a little bit, so the bat can actually pass you and fly up, because there's at least not a human possible way to jump on that bat directly. You have to approach it from the right side. So it looks like this. You see it's coming down to you. You're just gonna like wiggle around a little bit, I would say. And one thing I have to mention is that when you're changing the direction you're flying at, you have to make sure to first press the direction and then press B, because if you do it on the same frame, you will start dashing diagonally. Because that's the thing. Normally Wario only dashes diagonally if he's like out of fuel or whatever you want to call it. He just sinks down. But you can actually do this by or force this by pressing A and B at the same frame, and you can also do this by turning around and pressing B at the same frame, like this. And you don't want this, because then you're losing your height and you will fail the trick. It won't work then. So that is a common mistake that at least I made a bunch of times, is that I was just like too hasty, and is it the correct word? I don't know, but like I was too quick at pressing like either left or right and B. So you really have to make sure to press left and then B, right and then B, left and then B, in order to like not lose your height. Just kind of like a wave thing, but you will get used to this. Just practice this a little bit, and yeah, even if you accidentally, I still do it. I mean, sometimes it happens that I just accidentally like turn around too quickly and press B too early. So, but you do have some time. Like if you press B too late, of course you will lose height as well, like this. But as soon as you keep it kind of close to each other, it will work. Like, I mean, you can practice this basically everywhere, but that's just it. So yeah, that's one thing you really have to pay attention for when doing this skip. So again, let's just do it like this. You pass through the spikes, back, forth, and then you wanna, as soon as the first bat passed you and flew up in the air, you can move on more to the right to actually, oops, see now I was pressing left and B on the same frame. So so we passed this bat. Now we move on to this one, trigger this as well, just do the exact same thing. And now we want to respawn the first one, because as I said, we have to approach it from the right and not from the left in order to jump on it. So you can basically fly around here, but it doesn't really matter if you fly a little bit further. That's just a little, like, it's a little time save, or it's a little bit faster if you respawn it on the earliest frame, but like, or on the earliest moment possible. But that's just optimization. It doesn't really matter if you lose a second here, so because you're taking it safe and really want to respawn it. So, and let me show you again, because if I pause and then resume and then I have to turn around and stuff like this, I will mess it up, as you can clearly see. So we're going to trigger the second one. Now the first one is respawned, and what you have to do is you kind of have to like it will fly at you as soon as you can see it, or like at least as soon as you will see a certain amount of his body, a certain portion of his body, but that will almost like instantly when you see it happen. Then you wanna, so you're dashing to the left. It will pop up around here, like the bat will appear around here, and will fly towards you. He's flying like this in a curve. So you wanna jump on it when it's on its lowest point. So if you just keep on dashing to the left, let me show you. You would just bump into it probably. So we avoided those two. We respawned the first one. Okay, that was too low. Whoops, that was also too low. Just let me show you what happens if you only press left there. So avoid those two. Yeah, you would just kill it, because you have to wait a little bit until it's a little bit lower to jump on it. So what you want to do is you want to wiggle again, like we just did here. Just the only thing, you're gonna respawn it, then you're gonna press, then you're gonna dash to the right, like press right and B. Then it should be around here probably. The bed should be around there, and then you can just press left and B again in order to land on it. Like, you can watch my inputs on the top left. And as I said, we're gonna dash to the left, respawn it, dash to the right for like just a tiny bit of time, dash to the left again, and you want to release your dash when you're like above the bed in order to jump off of it. And you're gonna do this by either pressing B again. See, you can release the jet by, I'm pressing B now, but I can also press A. And in order to jump high off of enemies, you want to have A pressed like the whole time. At least when you initiate the jump, you want to have it pressed, so you're gonna jump a little bit higher. And that is actually what we are doing on the bed. Let's see, maybe I'm a little bit too low there. See, maybe you just have to, I don't know how to like rewind this emulator or slow it down, but I mean, I will upload this to YouTube, so you can just watch it in like 0.5 or 0.25 speed, so you can just see what I'm pressing here in the top left corner. But yeah, just let me show you the whole skip. But that is the first part of the skip. There's another one coming up, which is much easier than the first one, I think. Like this. See, I'm still pressing A. Like, you gotta be around the height above the coins. Like with Wario's feet should be above the coins, but they can also be like, if you stop at this height, this is also perfectly fine. Because see, all you have to do is you gotta land on this block right here. That's why we jump off the bed. Maybe I should have mentioned that earlier, but yeah, the reason why we have to get like gain more height now is to jump on that block. See, that was too low. Maybe sometimes you have to wait a little bit more to be like more inside of the body of the bed, but you will probably figure it out. It's for most of the tricks in this game, it's just a like feeling kind of thing, where you have to get a feeling for it. It's just muscle memory, nothing else. Nowadays, if I go for the skip, I don't even think about it. I just do what I'm always doing with my hands. I know this sounds dumb to tell you in a tutorial, because that doesn't really help you, but trust me, you will get a feeling for it. And as I said before, this is one of the harder tricks, and I wouldn't recommend learning this trick like right off the bat. Pun. No, but to be honest, this is like really one of the tricks you shouldn't really go for it if you have like a time above 30 minutes, something like this. I mean, it only saves, I'm not entirely sure how much time the full skip saves, but you can do like an easier one that I will show you now. Because as I said, the glitch is like parted in two different parts. The first one is the bed jump, where you have to jump off the bed, and then we're gonna land on this block I just showed you, and that is where the second part starts. So we wanna dodge those two beds, make the first one respawn. Whoops. See, now I was too fast with pressing left and dash again, so I just killed it before it could fly down, like low enough, at least. Anyways, let's do this again. Wow. Whoops. I think I lost some height there. Yeah. So you really have to pay attention to not lose any height, not to accidentally dash diagonally, not to accidentally kill the enemies. See, like this. Oh no. I think that's low. Okay, let's just do the whole trick without pausing. No, I should be fine then. Like this. And now you're just gonna land on this block, and you can... Now what you wanna do is, we are not going to fly underneath those spikes because there's no human way to actually perform this trick, and because we have to gain height again in order to finish the level. So what we are going to do is this block right here. It's actually just as high as the screen is high, probably a bit higher. Yeah, I think it's two like blocks higher than the screen limit here, but we can actually jump over it again using a bed. So let me just make a save state there. Oops. Okay, so you can either use this bed here, which I highly recommend doing, or you can respawn that one, but I'm not really familiar with doing the trick with this one, but a bunch of people are doing it, but I really recommend using the last bed that is actually going to the left when you approach it. So you're gonna land on, and what you want to do is you just want to jump off that bed, and in this game, I said you have to know the basics. In this game, if you press up and either left or right, depending on the direction you want to go, you can jump higher. Like you can jump wider and higher, actually, because if I would just press down, that's it, and you can jump. It's hard to see because you're off screen there, but maybe I can show you in another level. Let's see. Well, I can show you right here. Like, if I only press right and then jump, it's this high. But if I press up and right, see, we get this far. You can jump much wider. And that also applies for if you when you jump off enemies. So what you want to do is you want to jump right there. Oh, that's actually not good. You wanna press up and left and jump, and then you can just, because you're holding up and left when hitting the bed, so this means you're gaining a big jump, and then all you have to do is press right after it in order to look to the right and start dashing to fly over this wall. Gonna wait. See, okay, it's even bigger than two blocks. I'm sorry, but still, it's kind of easy to jump over this wall. And yeah, there's also one thing you really have to pay attention for, because that is a mistake that I like commonly did, is I was pressing right too early. I mean the dash too early, because you have to dash like pretty fast after you jumped off of it in order to not land on the block, because as I just showed you, if you land on this block right there, the screen will scroll and you can't move, and then you will go down, the screen will scroll again, and it's just a huge amount of time loss that you really don't have to have in your time, in your PB. So what I like to do is I jump off that and then just wait a little bit, and then I just press B in order to jet. Because you see, I pressed it there, you can even hear it. If I press it too early, it won't start the dash. I don't really know why this happens, but this is a thing you really have to pay attention for. So you hold left and up to jump, then immediately press right, and then you can just press B like after half a second or so. You will also get a feeling for this. I know it sounds stupid, but that's just how it is. You can trust me, you will get a feeling for it, and it's not really hard. Like, that whole part of the trick is like, it's kind of free, like for real. And because even if you fail it, even if you fall, like, let's say you jumped on it and you missed it and you bonked the wall, you can always land on this block again and wait for Pouncer to come back. Or you can trigger the other bed that you haven't used. I mean, the left one just respawned because I didn't jump on it, but let's say you jumped on it like this. Jumped on it, failed it. Oh, that was not even fair. Let's say you failed it, you land back there, the left one isn't respawning, then you can just respawn the right one and try it again. So this part isn't really that dangerous because it's not easy to mess it up. And as I said, you can also only use this part to skip a big portion of the level, because what you want to do is if you think like, okay, that first part of the skip is too difficult for me and I don't really see why I should do it, you can always just wait for Pouncer to carry you over the lava underneath the first spikes, and now you're free to go. You want to jump on this one, dash over to the other block, and just do it like this. So that way you can still save a bunch of time compared to the normal strat where you have to use Pouncer like for the whole level to carry you. I think the time difference between the full skip and the half skip is it's around 18 seconds or so, if I'm not mistaken, or like 20 seconds probably. But yeah, you get the point. So after you jumped over this part, you just want you only dash once, you only press B once and wait for it to run out, so Wario starts to dash diagonally and he will come down there, and you can either land on this block and then jump here, or you can like immediately like jet again like this. That's completely up to you. That's not even part of the skip anymore. So once you cleared that part here, like once you're over that wall, you pretty much you pretty much have done the skip. So yeah, that is actually Pouncer Skip. As I said, it's the full skip is probably a more advanced trick, and but the half skip is kind of free. You should be able to do this, and I would actually recommend starting off with doing the half skip, and then you can move on to the full skip. Yeah, is there anything else I should mention about the skip? I don't think so. I mean, collect regarding the coin amount of coins. It's random for this level. There's no way to consistently collect 10 coins in this level. It's not going to work. But yeah, as I said, keep in mind that you get the correct height here. This is like probably the most important part. So, I lost some height, but it should be able. I should be able to do it. Oh no. And remember to not press B too early there. You do have a little bit of time to press it, even if it feels like you already fell so much that you will hit the wall. You will most likely not hit it. Just take your time, because if you press B and to jet too early, you will definitely, like, the input gets eaten, and you will have no dash, and you just killed the bat, and then you will dash into the wall and land again on the block, and then you just mess it up kind of. But still, you probably won't die if you land back on the block. You can just wait for the pouncer. So that's something you can just easily go for and not lose any time. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and let's just move on to the next trick, which are, like, chronologically, it's the boss kill for the SC 2025 boss, the Stove Canyon 25 boss. That's a safe stage just right in front of him. That's this boss, and one thing I have to mention about this is it's completely RNG, like completely random, if he either throws a rock at you, like through his nose, or if he licks with his tongue to damage one of the blocks down there. And you want him to throw a rock at you. Best would be if he throws it immediately, like that. That's like basically the best RNG that you can get. And there's no way for a human to manipulate this, so you just have to rely on your luck. That's basically it. But let me just try to show you the quick kill. Oh, I failed it. But let's see. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. So that's a quick kill. Because normally you would have to wait for him to shoot those rocks 3 times. So yeah, because it takes 3 hits to take him out, and yeah, normally he has to throw 1 rock at you. You throw it, it's gone, and you have to wait for another one and for another one. But with this trick we can just abuse it, like we're gonna play catch with ourselves, kind of. And this is also like, I learned this trick pretty late. You can also do kind of the same thing for 2 other bosses. I will show you in a bit, but let's just start off with this one. So what you want to do is, you like, depending on the strat you're doing in the level, you probably end up with 30 coins or 20 coins or 10 coins, whatever. And you wanna, when you start the fight, you wanna immediately go to the left and throw your coins away, like, because you can only spawn one coin at a time, and you have to wait for it to vanish in order to spawn another one. So you just go to the left and throw it into out of bounds, so it's not loaded, and you can almost immediately load another one, spawn another one in your hands and throw it away. So, but that only matters because you want to end the level with 0 coins. But speaking of the trick itself, we go to the left because we actually hope for the best RNG, and that's the perfect spot for you to catch one of the rocks and to start the re-grab. So that's bad RNG actually, but just be aware that this can happen anytime to you in your run. It does, like, that's kind of bad RNG. Now, see, he threw one at me, but I can't really do the quick kill now, because if I would throw it, it would like fly too far to the right. It would fly off screen, so I can't catch it again. I could go to the right now and start it from here, but yeah, he will stop 2 times if he's gonna lag. But you can also do it from the right. We just do it from the left because it's faster to actually do this. Because if we would start the fight, like, because we actually spawn to the left, we could go here, and if he spawns it, you could get it, but he can also like spawn a rock when he's about here, and if you're here, like to his right, and then start the quick kill, he will it's the same as I just showed you on this side. You throw it too far, so you can't catch it again. So this means the quick kill, it won't work. So always just go to the very left of the screen, so you have like the most amount of space for you to do the trick. So yeah, and how it's actually done, it's okay. Let's just do a save state here. Whoops. So it's kind of precise. You and you have to press like the buttons real quick. So let's say you just caught the rock right there. Then you wanna press up and right. And then you wanna press A in order to jump and B in order to throw the rock. And after you've done this, you wanna press B immediately to start dashing. And so you're on the right way to re-grab the rock. Like, it's kind of hard, but you can also practice this in a normal level with any of the enemies. Like for example, you can just take a Goomba and practice it with that. But I wanna press like B to dash almost like immediately after I threw the rock. So again, we wanna hold up and right, and then immediately press A and B and then B again, like this. Just watch my inputs. Again, it's probably easier for you if you watch this on YouTube and put the speed to like 0.5 or to 0.25 to actually watch my inputs in the top left corner, because you just notice explaining this in real time is kinda hard. So yeah, but if you don't press B fast enough to dash again, you will probably miss it, and yeah, you just have to pay attention for that. I think I actually press A like a frame or two before I press B. Like it's more like a rolling animation from A to B when I throw the rock. Also nice nose. You can actually press them at the same time. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Like the only thing that really matters is that you have to press B like immediately after you threw the rock, and don't press it twice or so. Just press it once after you threw the rock. So right, up, and then yeah, you want to throw it and catch it again. And after you caught it again, you will go back to the left and do the same thing again. For the third hit, you can just throw it at him like this. It doesn't really matter. You only have to do this twice, like the re-grab. But that's just it. I mean, it's also like with all the tricks, it's a practice thing, I guess, but it's not really that hard. The only thing that really sucks about is that you have to rely on your luck, because if you get into the level and he's just giving you bad RNG, you kind of have to adapt. Because let's say we go there and throw coins away. See, now he's giving us not really good RNG. He's actually giving us super bad RNG. See, now we can do this from the right as well. But yeah, and another cool thing I just realized I can show you is that you can do let's just squeeze this in between, fanfare skip, which, because normally if you beat a boss, let's just pretend we got good RNG. Whoops. Oh, and oh no, one thing I forgot to mention is that when you hit him and he's doing like, he's either doing his tongue attack or he's throwing another rock at you, you gotta be careful, because sometimes you just interrupt him and he stops doing the thing and moves on to another, like he moves on to fly to the left or to the right. Then he either throws a rock or licks again. But sometimes you probably just threw your rock not too early. Like, it's not too early, but sometimes you just don't interrupt his animation, and he's going to continue with it just when he's out of his hit stun, let's say so. And so you gotta be careful, because especially when he's throwing another rock at you, you gotta be careful not to get hit by the second rock. But anyway, the fanfare skip I want to show you is that when he has to break the bridge in order to do this. Normally we don't do it for this boss, Let's just let him break the bridge. Because usually when you beat a boss, there will be a fanfare starting. Like this, and the coin shower. But for some reason, if you jump on a tile that normally kills you, during this fanfare, you can actually like stop it immediately and end the level. Just keep that in mind. Like for example, if he gives you bad RNG and breaks enough of the bridge, like actually breaks it, not just like licks it once, but if he licks the tile twice, it will break and you can just jump into it. Just keep that in mind, because we will do this for another boss as well. No, not that one. I think. Oh yeah, it's this one. So the next chronological boss would be Bobo, the bird, and let's just do one. Yeah, that's the right one. Let's just do a save state there. Oh. I think I just did another cool thing I haven't noticed so far. 'Cause if you pause, like probably if you pause on the same frame as the room is loaded, you can move. Because normally you would be stunned. But now this save file is probably bad. Let's just do this again real quick. Let's just make a save state here. Because normally you're locked when the boss fight starts. But maybe I just found out that we can skip that by pressing start. I don't know. Maybe we just got lucky, I don't know. I'll have to take a look at it after the tutorial. Whoops. Okay, let's just get to the boss room. Okay, let's pretend we just have a save set now. Cause see, now normally you're locked and you can only move now. So what you wanna do is you wanna dash like around here, so you can jump behind him. He kind of squeezes you upwards. So you wanna jump on him. Again, he's taking 3 hits. It takes you 3 hits to take him out. So the first one, you're landing on his head. You can actually hurt him, but you can't hit him immediately after you hit him once when jumping on his head. But he's shooting those birds at you, and you can actually take advantage of that by like. Okay, now that was bad. Let's do this. Okay. He's kind of tricky. So you wanna crouch around here. So the bird, if he sends it out and you will just stay there normally, it will probably like hit you. So you wanna crouch, and then when it's above you, the first one you just let fly there. When the second one is above you, you wanna just jump and make sure to look to the right, so the bird actually lands on the right side. And also try to hit him, like, see this bird up there? You just try to hit him on the left side of his body. so you can really make sure that he falls to the right and not to the left, because if he falls to the left, he will most likely fall into the pit, and yeah, then your chance at taking him as a projectile is just gone. Anyways, I just crouch and jumped and make him fall to the right, and now we're gonna pick him up, and now we want to turn around, press up and left this time, and then just do the same thing as we did for the other boss. Like, you wanna press A and B at the same time, and then press B again to jet and like re-grab him. And sometimes he's just a bitch and spawns another bird immediately, so your bird, like the one you're carrying, gets killed. Or yeah, like this. You can. It's a little bit random, I think. I don't know if you can actually manipulate this somehow. But yeah, you just have to pay attention. Also, where he sends the first one. If he's that up high and sends out the first bird that high, that's actually good, because normally you will not hit that one with your own bird. Okay. So you wanna just throw it for the second time, like immediately, like or almost immediately. So the chances that he's spawning another bird and the two birds colliding goes against 0. Once he's dead, we will also do the fanfare skip here by just walking into the pit, and that's basically it. But one thing I really have to mention is that don't jump too early into the pit, because if you jump before any of the coins started falling, see, now the first bird was a little bit too low, so they both collided and now they both died. You can now either pick up another one or you can jump again on his head. Like, yeah. But anyways, as soon as the fight is over, you just wanna wait just a tiny little bit to have the coin shower started, and then you can just walk into the pit and immediately end the fight. So those are two bosses where we actually do a quick kill, even though they are a little bit different. And then we have the third one, which is the boss in Parsley Woods 36. So the second to last boss. And luckily he's not giving us any RNG. It's always the same fight. So you don't have to like be afraid that he's giving you shit RNG when you're already like 20 minutes into the run or something like this. So this save state is just when we entered the boss room. Again, we are locked for a little bit. See, when I was shaking there, like when Wario's sprite is shaking, that's when he's locked. Now we can move. And what you want to do is you want to immediately go to the left and crouch. And he's going, like, the path he's flying will always be the same. It's like he always goes up there, goes there, and then there again. But you really have to be careful to go there and crouch, because if you don't do this, let me show you. If he touches you, you will shake again and you can't move. So this can be a problem sometimes. So just go to the left, like all the way to the left, and then crouch, and you're safe. And you want to wait for him like to fly around you again. Like he's going to fly here, and then he's going to fly back again there. And as soon as he's past you, you want to go to around this point here, because he's going to spawn an enemy that we're gonna grab, and we want to stay around here, crouched again, and then just jump a tiny little bit up to catch this enemy. But be careful not to jump too high, because see, now we touched his sprite and now he's locking us again, and that's like actually the worst thing that can happen, because now he sends out another one, and after this he will send out 3 of them, and they will most likely hit you, because you can't move, there's nothing you can do. Anyway, so we go to the left, we crouch, we go around here, crouch, jump, like just a tiny jump, grab the enemy, and then we want to go to the very left again, because he will stay in this position for quite a bit of time. So we want to go to the left with the enemy in our hands, of course, because right now we caught it. Like immediately go to the left, and then we basically just do the same thing that we did for the Devil's Head boss in SC25. We want to, okay, you have to be kind of quick there, like fast there, because if you're taking like too much time, he will move. So you gotta do all this stuff pretty quick. So that's basically what you have to do. Go to left, crouch, go here, crouch, jump, catch that enemy. Now we go to the left, to the very left, and then we turn around to the right, and then we're going to do the same thing that we just did for the other 2 bosses. We're gonna press A and B at the same time, and then we're gonna press B again, like almost immediately after we pressed A and B to jet and re-grab the enemy. And now that we know if you hit him, he's locked for a little bit, like he's stunned, as you could see. Let me show you. So that's, and he will actually, after you hit him, he will do the exact same movement that he's doing in the beginning again. So we hit him right there, and then he just moves in a straight line to the right. So we're taking advantage of that. Because we actually exactly know where he's going. He's not going up or down, he's just going in a straight line to the right, and yeah, we can just hit him really, really easily with that. And also again, the third hit, you don't have to do like the quick kill animation, I would say, or like the how do you call this, like the like those things after another. You don't have to do, you can just throw the enemy at him on the last attempt, or on the third hit, I mean. See, like this, you can just do this. Yeah, again, if you got that movement down, you like the pattern, that's the word I was looking for. It's always the same pattern. Like your movement pattern for all the quick kills it's basically the same. Of course, for Bobo, the bird, it's a little bit different, because the first hit we're gonna take on him is by pressing by jumping on him. But yeah, so the quick kill movement it's always the same pattern. Always the same buttons you have to press. And this one actually saves the most amount of time. Like, at least if you don't get like the worst RNG for the Devil's Head fight. This one, because let's see, let's just do it normally. See, we would hit him and he's going back, and then he's doing his movement again. He's spawning another one again. You can watch the in-game timer on the bottom right. So we finished him at 3:37, and when we do the quick kill, we can actually like finish him at. See, now I jumped too high. You really have to just pay attention that you that you don't jump too high when catching the enemy there. Just a tiny little jump. See, now we killed him at 51. So that really saves a bunch of time. But again, those quick kills, I learned them pretty late, but that was just because there was no tutorial or anything like this. VLake has some videos on his YouTube channel, but it's hard to understand when no one is explaining this to you. At least that's just my opinion. So yeah, now we got the boss quick kills down. I mean, the first boss, there's no like real quick kill strat. Then in any percent we skip the second boss, so there's no real quick kill strat, and the second boss is also like, it's super free. And the very last boss is also, he's kind of free too. So yeah, there's one small trick I want to show you, and it's a door despawn in SSTC 27, and it's basically we will carry an enemy over to the end of the level in order to make the door despawn, like the coin door. I'll show you real quick. If you don't bring that enemy there, it would normally be a door. And well, on this save state I got 10 coins, but GoGo TBC just recently found a new strat for this to so you don't have to collect any amount of coins in this level, because the coin collection for this level was kind of random. Like, no, not random, but it wasn't really easy, let's say so. So this is really easy and safe. Just I just wanted to show it because maybe some people don't understand this probably, but that is because in this game only 5 sprites can stay on the screen at the same time. So, for example, an enemy is a sprite. A big coin is actually 2 sprites, if I remember correctly. Then coins that fall from the enemies, they are sprites. Those flies that were just flying away, see that one on the bottom, they are a sprite. And I am not really sure if Wario itself does also count for the sprite limit, but anyways, that doesn't really matter. All you have to do is bring one additional sprite to the screen right there in order to despawn the door, because if there are more than 5 sprites on the screen, the one that is the furthest away will get despawned. So in this case it's the door. I'm not really sure if it will actually respawn if we go there again. Yeah, I will see. You can also like, if you want to collect coins, it's not really slower, like maybe like a second slower. You can also see, now I spawned the big coin right there. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, let's see. You can also spawn this one, but with the enemy it's much easier, and you don't have to do any, like, you don't have to learn any of the coin routes for this level, because as I said, they can be kind of hard. So whoops. So if you remember this level, you're coming from here, you wanna dash there, get that enemy, because he's the last enemy that you can actually like grab pretty easily, because if you would carry an enemy like throughout the whole stage, that will cost you a bunch of time, obviously, because you can't really dash. So you want to take it with you. bring it here, and then that's it. There's just a tiny little trick that we're using that I wasn't aware of like a month ago or so, but yeah, I think Benji showed me. I'm not quite sure though. But yeah, that's actually a cool little trick that saves like at least a tiny bit amount of time, and it makes the level itself a little bit easier because you don't have to worry about collecting the right amount of coins. Like you can just skip all of them, and that's basically it. Coming up are the reps, and they are probably the tricks that seem the most complicated, but in fact it isn't really that complicated. But if you just watch it and see it from some runner, you will definitely get confused and you don't know what's going on because it is kinda weird. But let me just show you real quick. So the first one we're gonna actually do is on Parsley Woods 33. And if you remember this level, you know that there are actually 2 auto-scrollers on the screen. Just let me show you real quick. If you go past this door, there's an auto-scroller that you can't make any faster. It's just, you have to, it's an auto-scroller. That's it. And you have to wait it out. And then you're gonna encounter a normal screen, just like the previous one. And then you will go into another auto-scroller screen, like auto-scroller section. So there are 2 auto-scroller sections in this level, and we can actually skip them both. And by getting out of bounds here and doing a wrap. So a wrap basically means that Wario is leaving the screen he's on, but not as the developers intended, I guess. So just let me show you real quick how at least the first part looks like, because this will get a little bit tricky there, but don't worry. So now we are out of bounds. It still looks like it's the same room, but it really is not. You see there are some blocks right there I'm standing on, but you can't really see them because right now we are on a screen that like isn't visually loaded, let's say so. It's still, we are still in the same room, but basically we are in another room, and we can like take advantage of this because as I said, there's like this room, then we go into the auto-scroller section, and there's another room that is kind of similar to this one. At least it's no auto-scroller room. Then there's another auto-scroller section, and then there's the screen where the goal door is, which isn't on an auto-scroller screen, of course. It's just it's just the same as, well, it kind of looks like this screen. And luckily, those rooms, like those rooms that are not in the auto-scroller section, are connected to each other. Like they are on the same map. They're basically, the next room is basically behind this wall here, if I understand the trick correctly. As I said, I'm not like the technical stuff, I'm not really into it, and I don't really know much about it, but I'm trying my best to explain this to you. So we can take advantage of this to like wrap from this like screen to the other one, and then to the last one as well. So basically how a wrap works is, at least there are like 2 kinds of wraps, let's say so. There are the ones where you wanna push Wario to the left, like so much to the left that he's actually going out of bounds. And there are wraps the ones that are in the 2 upcoming levels I will show you, they don't require this stuff to actually screen wrap, because they are just poorly programmed, and there's a wall you can just fly over and you basically can screen wrap. Yeah. So, but those are like the screen wraps. You can basically do this in any level that has enough walls to bump off to make you go to the left. But there are not really that much levels that we can take an advantage out of this. So, but yeah. So, what we want to do is when you get here into this room, the first thing you want to do is you want to go over here, crouch in between, and grab this enemy, and let's just walk into the other one so they die and they are not in your way. There's a faster way like to do this, where you don't kill the second enemy, but I would not recommend going for it, because it requires you to do this trick like kinda perfectly, and I think it's only one runner, it's only VLAG. I'm not sure if Kataba does this as well, but I think there are only 1 or 2 runners on the board who actually do this. And yeah, just kill those enemies, like run. Let me show you like how it looks like in real time, because they always walk like the same path. They're always on the same cycle. Just go there, walk there. You should just walk into it, and then you will, if you walk into it again, you will just take it in your hands and just walk into the other one. Because if you would have, like, you could kill it with the jet, but then a coin spawns, and if you get unlucky, you will collect it, and you want to have 0 coins. And now when you kill those 2, you're gonna actually break those 2 blocks there and the top one there. Only leave this one here. And you wanna walk back right there and then dash into the wall. Because right now we are like, this is like the furthest Wario can get to the left, without doing like any extra bumps. I will show you in a second. And you will know it by looking at the status bar right there, and you will see like his sprite, like the very right of his sprite, kinda lines up with the coin right there. And if you're at this position, you know that that's like the furthest you can get to the left. Also, if you like, see, if I just bump into the wall, I will land there, but the camera will scroll immediately. So and we can actually lock it by pressing down. So you want to dash and press. You can like immediately press down. You can like keep it pressed like the whole time. You can even see the input on the top left. I press down like all the time, because as long as Wario's crouching, the camera won't catch up with him. So that's what we're gonna do. And now, to get Wario like even further to the left, we wanna bump on this block again, bump on this one, this one, this one, and this one. And now you're so far to the left that you're wrapped to the right. Like, that's how the game just handles it. It's weird, I know, but that's just how it is. We should make a safe state in the room there, with the setup already done. Just wait. So, kill those enemies, break those 2 blocks, break this block, and make sure... Okay, now we got unlucky, we got bad RNG. Sometimes you just get a coin there and there's nothing you can do against it. That's just how it is. But yeah, make sure not to hit the block right there, because we actually need it for the screen wrap. Yeah, just go back. Oops. Dash here. Dash as slow, so you can't see that box, that crate that is up there. If you like, sometimes you see it for 1 pixel right there. You see that black line. Maybe it's hard to see. I don't know, but there's a black line. But that doesn't really matter. That's perfectly fine. Just remember looking at Wario and that his right side of his sprite lines up with the right side of the coin right there. So we wanna keep holding down, and so the only time the camera doesn't catch up with him is when you either press down or when you in the air. Like, see, in the air I can let go of down, but when I land again, I will scroll the screen like a pixel to the right, which we don't want to do. So we want to do it like this, like dash, and keep holding down there. But we can actually jet to the left there. But anytime, that's kind of hard to explain. But anytime we're going to jet to the right now, see, now we will actually like move. You can always see the status bar in order to check where you are on the screen, like camera wise. And now we are so, because of we jetted to the dash to the right, we are so far to the right already. So we want to set this up again. Let me just make a quick save. So, but you can always jet to the left without scrolling the camera. So what you want to do is, and you want to bump into more corners that are, or like more walls, edges, whatever, that are more to the left than the first one you did it on. So you want to move on to the left. And now we are still in the kind of the same position as we were when we were sitting there. Oops, my D-pad is like the GameCube D-pad. Sometimes I just press left. I know it just sucks. Anyways, and as I said, if we jet to the right again, we will actually make the camera scroll in the wrong direction. So we're getting more to the right again. That's not what we want. We want Wario's sprite to be more to the left. So you want to make the space between Wario and the wall or block or whatever you wanna dash into as little as possible. Like, you want the best thing you wanna have is like to have like no space at all. Like, this is like, that's perfect. So we don't have any time, or at least like the lead, like yeah, let's say we want no time dashing to the right in the air. So when I drop, there will always be some pixels between your sprite and the crate or the block or whatever, but that's no problem. That's just how it is. The tighter you get to the wall you jet against, the better and the easier the trick will be for you. So what you want to do, we still, as I said, we will always hold down all the time. And now what we want to do is we want to like jump and then turn to the right and dash like this, but keep holding down all the time. And then we want to do the same here. We want to keep holding down, jump and dash over it, land as close as you can. Yeah, land as close as you can to the block, to the left side of this block here, because Wario's sprite is actually like, it looks a little bit bigger than it actually is, so you can kind of clip into blocks and walls. Oops, oh, the time was running out. And now we wanna like press right again to look at the block, dash again. Now add, oh, this music makes me crazy. So again, we wanna dash against this wall, always press down, like all the time. Jump and dash to the left, then you can dash to the right. To make it like a little bit easier, you don't have to immediately turn around mid-air, but you can. Of course, it's a little bit faster than first landing and then dashing. Let's just do it like this. I'm gonna jump again, dash against this one. Oops, jump over it. But now, see, I was pressing, cause that's just a thing of this controller, like issue with it. When you are crouching on the ground and you press left, see the camera scrolls, and that actually ruins the trick like most of the time. So you wanna do this again. That's just a controller issue of mine. I'm sorry for this. So that's why I'm always like, when I do this in attempts, I try to make sure to only press down and only press like right or left when I have to. Now I press right. Now I press B again. And for this wall it's pretty easy, because since you dashed against this block already, you're in the perfect position to just jump and then dash here. And then you wanna turn around to the left, but not like only like tap it, like, while still holding down all the time. That is very important, because if we let go of down right now, the camera will scroll again and the wrap is just, it's messed up. So we wanna just tap left once. The camera will scroll a little bit, but that's totally fine. Now that we are facing left again. Did I say right? But I mean left. You have to look left at this point, and then we're gonna like jet a little bit, so we are as close as we can get to this wall. Like, don't jump, don't dash too far, because otherwise you didn't even scroll the camera, like push Wario any further, because you were too far away from the wall that you were dashing into. So let's just do this again. Do this. Oh man, maybe I should just switch my controllers. Hey, that's one thing. Like a common mistake. If you jet too short there, you can, like, let's say I was jetting right there. That's no problem. You can still like tap B to be land as close to the wall as you can, and do it like this. Again, like this, like this. Whoops. Oh man, this controller. Turn around to the left and then to the right. It's always the same like movement, kinda. And see, now it kind of looks like we are still underneath the ceiling, but you can just check by jumping. If you're already like left to the wall, you wanna jump in, and then once you know, okay, I fit between the space, I can just jump, turn right, and dash again. And see, the first time I jumped there and dashed, I was too low beneath the ceiling, so it couldn't like push me back this far. Because when you're doing this underneath the ceiling, whoops, maybe I can show you. Yeah, see, that's actually the perfect spot. You can see he's way too far, like way too close to the ceiling to actually make Wario bounce. He will bounce to the left, so he will actually get locked here, and you can't really like go any more to the left. So I'm gonna do it like this. I mean, that was even a little bit too far to the left, probably. I want to jump and do it like this. See, now it didn't work. And this is also something you will definitely get a feeling for, because, well, you will know when he's far to the right and when he's not, far to the left and when he's not. You will just like get an eye for it, not a feeling. You will just know it. Whatever. Let's just do this. So we want to start dashing against this wall, always pressing down, jump high enough to fly over this crate, bounce against this wall, fly over this block, turn right, bounce against them, just jump, don't jump too high again, and turn left, dash, so you can jump, turn right, and bounce off this one. And now you know that there's a crate which is this high, that you have to jump over it, because if I would just only jump this high and then turn left and dash, I would just dash to the right side of the crate. So we want to do it like this, and that's just it. And once you're out of bounds, just let go of down, so the camera is catching up with you. But now you're in an out of bounds room, and there are some blocks like in front of you. There's a crate in front of you right there. You can just see, like, I can't walk anymore to the left. Like, it's just around here, probably. And what you want to do is you want to even go further to the right now, but you can't walk any further there because there's a block. So you want to jump over it. Then you wanna turn to the left and look to the left, because so the screen scrolls one more time. That is just how it works. You don't have to understand why this is working, but that's just how it works. When you are out of bounds and turn around, the screen will like the camera will follow up with you. Okay, let's just do it like this again. Oh, and you can also get it with only, like, you can also get out of bounds when doing the dash against this one, if you've done it like perfectly before. Like if you get all those bumps like kind of tied to the wall. But you don't have to worry about this. If you do like one additional dash, it's like 1 or 2 seconds extra. Anyways, jump over this block. See, now I'm still facing right here, and the camera won't follow up with me. So I have to press left in order to make the camera scroll. And yeah, if you move after the camera has scrolled, it will be like it will jump to the next camera point, so it's fine. And so here's the block is still there, and now we want to jump back over it. And see, now we're coming from the right side, and now we have to turn right to make the camera scroll. And now things get like really tricky, especially if you haven't done this before, because right now, like, forget all those blocks in the background. They are not really there. They are visually there, but they are not really there. Because right now we are actually like in the same room block-wise. As you see, that's there's still this crate and there's the other one above. It's just the same room that we just cleared. And now we have to do the same rep again, but this time we can't see the blocks. I know this sounds crazy, but let's just wait. I'm actually gonna hide this one. Hide this one for a second, and I'm gonna show you this, because that is a graphic I just created to show you where the blocks actually are, because this is the room we are currently in. I mean, those question mark blocks, I don't know what you want to call them, they don't have a question mark on it, but those eye blocks, whatever, they're not really there. They are, you can see them there visually, but they are not there. The blocks I just like where I put a red line like in front of them, they are actually there. So I will put that picture into the description. I will upload it, and maybe this helps some people to understand where those blocks are, because when you get that for the first time, you will have no idea where everything is. It's super confusing, because visually it looks completely different than what it actually is, let's say so. So yeah, I will put that in the description, the link to this picture. You can of course download it and see. It's not like 100% like pixel perfect accurate, but I tried my best with cropping some pictures together and yeah, like at least mark where the blocks are. Whatever, let's just hide this again and yeah, show the emulator again, because you see the wall is around here, and now we have to basically do the same thing. And if you've done it like a bunch of times, you will again, you will hear this a lot of times, but you will get a feeling for it, trust me. It's not that hard, because there are some visual cues that you can take, and it's just muscle memory kind of. So you remember there's this one crate here, there's the other one around there, and a little bit more to the left. Whoops. So you want to make sure that Wario is that Wario's right side of the sprite is touching. Is lined up with the right side of the coin in the status bar down there. Now we see, okay, that's fine. So we want to jump over the crates, and the crate actually, you can take this block as a visual cue, because you wanna fall like right there where it is. Like, see exactly right from me, there's this crate, so we can bump off it. Now around here there's the other block we want to fly over and then dash into it. Whoops, now I just was walking. Oh, the music. But I do have a save state for this as well. So fly over this one. This won't work, this won't work. Okay, and that is it. So, but why this trick is so difficult is because you basically only have one shot at it. Because you see, we broke the block right there, and you can only bump into this block 2 times, because if you bump into it, like, or dash into it for the first time, you will like make it look bricked, but if you dash into it for the second time, it will be completely broken. So you can't use this anymore after you've dashed into it 2 times. So basically, and you have to do the rep twice. So basically, it has to be, you have to nail it on the first try, like each of the reps, in order to finish it. There is a way to actually perform this trick without this block, because you can make the screen. Let me show you this inbounds. Whoops. Because as I said, you don't need all the walls in order to get out of bounds, but then you have to be like really perfect and doing this because the part that is still in bounds, you will get that eventually. That's not too hard, but getting it out of bounds may seems a little bit harder, and that's why that's probably the part where you fuck up, or mess up that trick like more easily or more often probably. So and then you can't even see where the ceiling is, where the walls is. It's, trust me, if you broke this and you somehow failed the trick because you walked to the left or accidentally dashed to the right or whatever, trust me, you mess it up and you can't really recover from this. But you're not trapped inside this, because after this crate here that is right there, like that lies right here, if you walk all the way to the left and press up, you can actually get to the second auto-scroller section. So if you get that inbounds rep, like I'm just calling it inbounds because the other one is out of bounds, like if you get this rep and then somehow mess up the second rep, don't worry, just go to the left. Like it's basically this room. Go to the left, all the way to the left, press up, and I mean it's let's say we're in the out of bounds section. We just fucked it up. I don't know. Just go there, jump over this crate, go all the way to the left, press up, and you can at least get to the second part of the auto-scroller, like the second auto-scroller section here. So even if you only get the first rep, it will still save you time, because you don't have to do the first auto-scroller section. So yeah, anyways, if you haven't messed it up though, and you got it successfully, let's just do this. Oh, that's not going to work. That part here, like that's probably the hardest part. At least for me it is. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. Oh, come on. I'm getting really bad at it when I have to play it that much. See, now I got the fast rep. I didn't even have to do one additional one. So now I just let go of down again to make the camera scroll, and all I have to do now is just walk, or you can dash, of course. Dash here, then I turn to the left to make the camera scroll, and then I just dash again. There's a crate here, I think. Yeah, there's one crate right there. You have to just jump over it, and then you can go here, press up to enter the door, and congratulations, you just skipped the whole auto-scroller and did the full screen rep. as I said, we got unlucky with the coin RNG there, but there's nothing you can do. If there's a coin in one of the blocks that you're breaking, that's just how it is. You're gonna lose some time, but whatever. So yeah, I just need a quick break and then I will be back and we're covering all the other reps that are missing. But trust me, we already did like probably the hardest part for the game. Alright, so I'm back. Took a little bit longer than expected, but whatever. Let's just move on to the next trick, which will be Parsley Woods 34. And you can do a screen rep there as well, but compared to the one we just did in Parsley Woods 33, it's kinda easy. Like not kinda easy, it's actually super easy. Anyways, so we start the level right there, and now we're just gonna move on to the next screen. Like the way you get there is completely up to you. I'm not gonna be covering this. But anyways, so after we've gone through that door there, we can just do the trick right there. Like all you have to do is you gotta jump like real high and just dash, and we can fly over here, then we will end up there, and we're just gonna climb down this ladder, and then that's it, that's the level. So I think I got a save state right there, yeah. Cause this trick is, for some reason they haven't included a wall. Like the wall just is this high. That's just it. And for some reason there's a room right there where we can use a door to like warp to the treasure room, like the treasure door actually. And this is way faster, because if we wouldn't do the skip right there, or like the rep, whatever you want to call it, we would have to climb all the way up there. There are also a bunch of coins that we don't want to pick up, and then we would have to swim all across here, go into that door, like climb up a little bit, and there we go. And as I said, all you have to do is you have to jump like pretty high, so you go above the wall, and after you've landed there, you just turn around to face left to make the camera catch up with Wario again, just like we did for the last rep. And you can also like do it from here. It doesn't really matter. It's just taking more time. So yeah, but there's one thing you really have to pay attention for, because when you get there, like don't enter the door too early, because if we do, we will end up right there. Like we will get warped back, kind of. I mean, if that happens, you can just do it again. You can do it as many times as you want. But I'm usually I have a visual cue for this. Like you can just wait for a second there and you should be fine. But I'm actually looking at those. There are two black blocks. One is right there and one is right there. And as soon as they are both visible, you're 100% sure to go. Like you're 100% safe to go through that door, and you get warped to the correct position. And another thing you have to pay attention for is that when you go through that door, don't hold anything, like don't, or at least don't press down, because if you press down, you will get stuck there. And you soft lock. You basically just have to reset. There's no other way to get out of this. You can pause to make the annoying sound stop, but you won't get out of there. There's no way to do this. And we are also using the wrap in all treasures. Like, I'm not covering that, but because if you go through a door and you hold up like all the time, see, I'm holding up, you can actually go into the treasure room. It's kind of glitched sometimes, as you can see, because the lid of the treasure like trove is kind of misplaced. But yeah, but it's just as simple as that. You fly over the wall, then press left to turn around, and then you can go into the door. And what I like to do is, when I get out here, I actually hold left, so I don't fly that high to like go onto the ladder as fast as possible. And yeah, that's the wrap for 34. So let's move on to the next one, which is Parsley Woods 35. Like, almost the whole Parsley Woods world is kind of glitched. So this trick may seems a little bit confusing at first, but it's really easy. So we're gonna start off the wrap, because we can actually fly. There's only a wall up to around this point here, and everything that is like above, there's no wall there, so we can just fly over it. So I'm just gonna show you how it looks like. So we're gonna wrap here 2 times. Then we're gonna let go, press left to make the camera scroll. Jump there. So we have to fly at this height right there. And we're gonna fly 3 times. And we're gonna continue to the right. And as soon as the camera like isn't scrolling anymore, we're gonna land and turn left again to make the camera catch up with Wario again. And then we're just gonna jump and dash there 1 time to the left to pop up at the right again. And that's just it. So we just basically skipped another whole auto scroller section. Or even 2, I think. I think there are 2 in this level. Anyways, so there are actually 2 ways to do this. There's a newer way that we just implemented like, I think, a month ago or so. The test did that like a couple of years ago already, but now we just found a way to make this work in like RTA. Because I'm gonna show you that I just showed you the new one, but I can show you the old one as well. It's kind of similar. You always have to wrap 2 times there and land here, turn left, I mean, get up there. And the old way was where we just wrapped there 4 times. There were 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. And then you don't have to do like an additional wrap on the last screen, but it's actually a little bit slower. So I would strongly recommend doing the new strat, because it isn't like more difficult or something like this. It's just different, but it's just as easy as the other one, as the old strat. So again, you're gonna start the wrap by either jumping on this tile here or on this tile. Like, if you jump that high, it's a little bit slower because you have to like travel a little bit further, but it's safer to you for you to get the correct height, because if you jump from this point here, we have to like dash on the highest point to make it work, because if we wouldn't jump like high enough, we would just bonk into the wall. I mean, you can always go again and try it again. Yeah, so that's how you start off the rep. So jump on this tile or on this tile, jump up this high, and then we're gonna just rep 2 times. This is very important. You have to do this 2 times, and as soon as Wario is off screen on the left side, he just repped to the right side. So we're gonna turn around to the right and then keep on dashing, and as soon as the camera stops scrolling, you wanna press either A or B to stop your dash, and then you press left to make the camera scroll, and then we're just gonna move on to the right. We want to land on this tile here, so we can jump high enough, because you really want to be like somewhere at this height here. I think you can do this if you like this high probably, but I would just recommend like going for the highest point that you can get. And so we wanna jump into that like black part of the screen, and then we want to start dashing to the left again. So we want to jump here, and then we want to turn around to the left and start dashing again. And then we want to wrap the screen 3 times. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3. And as soon Wario is invisible again, as soon as he is like passed through that left side of the screen, he will be on the right side again, basically. And then all you have to do is press right and dash. Dash again, and dash again. And as soon as you see the screen the camera isn't scrolling anymore, you're gonna press either A or B to stop your dash, and then turn left to make the camera scroll, like catch up with Wario. And then all you have to do is jump and make the screen scroll 1 more time, then turn right afterwards. And if you fly at this height, you're gonna bump into this wall, so I recommend like lowering your flight a little bit, but it doesn't really matter if you like hit the wall, because then you're just in the right position. Then you're just gonna have to dash or walk like to the right 1 more time, and on the last tile you can just press up to finish the level and go into that goal door. So that's basically it. You gotta pay attention that you don't lose height in this when doing the rep, because if you would do, let me just show you. Let's say we have repped here 2 times, and then we somehow press B to like release the jump or dash, whatever. We would just fall underneath the level, and now you're basically in a glitched like section of the auto scroller, and I'm not really sure if you can like get out of here, but I do know that you can easily die here because there are some death tiles on the ground. Yeah, just like that. I think there's also a door somewhere there, because there was a really old strat that was used, where you go underneath the stage and finish the level there, but it's way slower. And I actually never learned it, because when I started running the game, the new strat was already discovered, so this became completely obsolete. So yeah, just make sure to not lose any height. If you do end up like getting underneath the level, just reset. Like do a soft reset, and yeah. because I can't give you any advice to get out of this any other than like just soft resetting or hard resetting. It doesn't really matter, but soft resetting is faster, of course. But yeah, other than that, you don't have to really pay attention for anything. Just like with all the other reps, you just have to make sure to like see. Now I went a little bit too far there, so you really have to pay attention for when when the camera stops scrolling there. Like we're gonna rep 2 times, turn around, dash again. Now it stops. Oh no, I'm sorry. That was actually wrong. So we're gonna rep 2 times. Now it stops scrolling. We're gonna press B or A in order to release the jet, turn left. I'm gonna move on to the higher tile edge, jump this high. 2 and 3, turn around to the right. Keep on dashing. Camera stops scrolling, so we're gonna press either A or B and turn to the left to make the camera catch up with Wario. Wrap one more time, and then that's just it. Like super easy. Okay. So up next there are only 2 more reps. So let's see. So the next one is in Syrup Castle 38. Let me just show you where the rep starts. No, not like this. Again, the way you're getting to the rep is completely up to you. I'm not gonna show you how to do how to play the level itself. I'm just gonna show you how to do the rep. Okay, we're gonna take it slow there. No, please don't hit me. Okay. Whatever. So we're just gonna play those rooms like normally. There are no real tricks. Oh, whatever, we gotta back up there. So, and after this room, this is where we're gonna start the rep. Let me just make a save state right there. Okay. So we're gonna enter this room here. Then we're gonna dash into this block to grab the star. And you have to pay attention. Like if you want to end the level with 10 coins, you really have to pay attention how many coins you have until now. Now we just have to collect 5 more. There are always excuse me. There are always rows of 3 coins. So like even if you when you're in the room before, you just know how many coins you still need to end the level with 10 or either 20 coins. I mean, you want to end it with 0 coins, of course, but you just need 10, 20, 30 coins and so on to create a big coin. Anyways, when you collected the correct amount of coins and you got the star active, you're just gonna dash right there, kill all the Goombas, and now this is where the rep starts. You can either use this wall to start it. It works similar to the one we just did in Parsley Woods 33. So it's a rep where you have to bump off the walls to make Wario go to the left, to make him go out of bounds by bypassing the left side of the screen. So you can either start it here, which is the normal strat, I would say, but you can also let's just get rid of that enemy. You can kill that one with the star as well. It lasts long enough to actually kill him too. And you can also start the rep with this block right there. So this makes it a little bit easier because you got one additional bump. But of course it also takes a little bit longer because you have to jump here and dash into it. It doesn't really like take that much longer, but still you have to know that. So I'm gonna show you how it's done, if I can get it first try, because this is probably like movement wise the hardest one of the reps, but I got it. That's just it. Now all you have to do is like go over here, go there, go there, spawn the coin somewhere here, and on this tile you can just press up. So this is the last one, so the second to last one is the goal door. Just press up and you finish the level. So maybe you're wondering why this rep is saving so much time compared to the normal strat. Let's just do like the normal strat here. Like how you would finish the level without doing the rep. You would go there. Whoops. I haven't done it in quite some time now, so. Come on. And then you would have to hit this block. And now you see after the level, there's this little cutscene playing. And this actually takes a good amount of time, as you can see right now. Yeah, it takes like a bunch of time. And if you actually go for the rep, you don't have to watch that cutscene. You completely skip it. You just go into the exit screen or whatever you want to call it, where you have to like choose to either go to your storage room or to like play one of the mini games. So you completely skip the cutscene. So yeah, and because in the level itself, it doesn't really, like the rep doesn't really save that much time. It still saves some time compared to like going up those ladders and like hitting the normal exit. But yeah, you're gonna save like most of the time after the level because you're gonna skip the whole cutscene. But yeah, anyways, as I said, you have to kill all the Goombas right there. There's one up there, you can kill him as well. If you wanna play it safe, you're gonna kill this one too and use that block to start your rep. But you can also do it with like this wall here. It's a little bit harder, of course, because you have less walls to bump off, but it's still doable. So what you want to do is, it's just like the one we did in Parsleywood 33. It actually works the same. So you want to bump off, like turn around, dash. You gotta make sure to make like a really tiny dash there, because you're basically landing just a few not pixels. It's a bunch of pixels, but you're not like far away from this wall here. You wanna dash there, then you wanna turn to the right and dash against this one. Then you wanna turn to the left and start dashing, and then you wanna hit this wall right there, like on the lowest point possible, because your recoil, like it's kind of a curve, as you know, and if you do it too high, you will not get like pushed pushed far to the left enough. Because let me show you what happens if I do it high. See, you get kind of stuck there. And if you jump this high, you can't even initiate the dash. See, I'm pressing B there, but it doesn't start because Wario has not enough room above him to like start the dash. So you just want to do it like as low as possible. See, now I got pushed back quite heavily. If I do it like here, I will get stuck there. So like it should be around. You can dash. The block just starts there on this like on this white line or whatever you call that, like the bright one there. So you can just start like this. Anyways, let's do this again. Okay, now that was a controller issue that I already turned left, but usually you would end up like facing to the right there. You can turn around mid-air too, of course, but it's a little bit harder, I would say. So you would usually end up there. And now the next dash is probably the hardest part about this rap, because as I just mentioned, if you jump too high there, you can't start your dash, because Wario has not enough room above his head, or above his sprite. So again, you want to jump like pretty low, so that you're just barely above this block here, because this block ends again on this white or bright line here. So we want to jump as low as possible, and then you have to turn around mid-air to the left and start your dash. This is kind of tricky because you don't have much room, and you also have to do like a really tiny dash to not like get too far, just like that. Now you're fine. You can, and you want to do the same here, like with this wall as we just did with this wall. You wanna dash like into the lowest point of the wall there, because again, if we do it high, you will get stuck there and you don't get pushed. Like if you accidentally like jump too high and not get pushed far enough, you can jump again. Like the camera will only scroll like a few pixels if you failed it once, because it always scrolls like a few pixels when you land, but that doesn't really matter because those few pixels don't necessarily like mess up the trick. And so once you got to this position, you want to jump there to the left, and you want to bump off this wall and bump off this wall. But if you want to play like safe, if you're not sure, like you will get used to how long this block to your left is. But if you're not sure, you can just do like tiny dashes to see where this block ends and maybe you can fall down. Oh fuck, time's up. Okay, let's just do this again. Because if you jump high enough there and like dash this high into the wall, you will automatically like kill the Gumma that is up there. So, and you're also in the correct position. So you want to turn around. So that was a little bit too far there. As I said, this trick is like kind of tight. And now my controller just let me walk on the ground to the left, which is not good. So yeah, you want to jump there. And you can do some tiny dashes there to like get closer to this. So you can like fall down really tight to the wall. Or like really close to the wall there. Because as I already mentioned for the reps in Parsley Woods 33, the closer you are to the wall you're about to dash into, the better it is. Because the camera will always scroll a little bit when you're dashing to the right. And it's like if you have this much space, the camera will of course scroll a little bit more. So you want to get it as tight as possible. See, now that's I'm still messing it up because I can't really like I don't really know how far I can dash sometimes, but yeah, you will get used to it the more times the more often you do it, just like that. See, now I got a little bit stuck there, so you can actually go for it again. So you're a little bit further to the left now, so you want to jump up there, turn around to the right and dash. Then you want to turn around to the left again, because it's basically like just how do you say this in English? It's symmetry. Like this part here is exactly the same, like this part there is exactly the same as this one right there. So you know that this block is ending right there, so this one is just about to end where the screen ends right now. So you want to turn to the left and just do a tiny dash like this. Now I didn't get it, but yeah, it's kind of tight. I'm repeating myself, I know. And see, that's something that can also happen if you like dash too low. So when you want to get there, you can't like jump too high, because see, I'm pressing B right there and I can't dash. But if I jump too low, I will actually dash against this wall, and this will just mess up the trick. So you have to go for it again. I think there's no way you can save it at that point. Just like if you hit the wall there, just turn around and go again. Yeah, like this. And now you will end up here if you made it like this. And you just want to jump up there. You don't really, I mean, if you kill the Gummer here, down there, that one, you don't have to worry about him. But also, if you don't kill him, he's not too much of a problem there. Just be aware that he's still there in case you didn't kill him. But yeah, anyways, if you get here, you can't walk any further. So it's kind of a staircase here. We want to climb up, and then we want to walk off screen, but you want to walk like a little bit further. So you basically want to stand around here, because if you only walk up to this point, the camera probably won't catch up with Wario. So the further you go, the safer it is, let's say so. And once you get there, you can either dash or just walk to the left, and then as soon as Wario is off screen, you want to walk to the right. And it's the same for this one. You want to basically end up somewhere here, just where the columns or whatever you want to call this are changing. You can just see this. It looks different here than just here. You have those little like platform looking things between those pillars. So you wanna basically just walk up to this point. If you walk a little bit too fast, you can fall down here, which isn't too much of a problem, but because you can just jump up back again. And then you wanna do the same thing. You wanna walk off screen to the left, and as soon as you're off screen, you can walk to the right, walk a little bit further to make the camera scroll, and you're good to go. That's it. All you have to do is walk to the right and yeah, get into the second to last tile there, onto the second to last tile to press up, and then exit the level. So let me show this again in real time. Again, if I say you walk there, you can always also dash. Oh, let's get rid of the mouse there. Okay, again. See, you have to be like careful to not dash up to this point and then start it here, because that will make it way harder, because the camera scrolled so far to the right again. Oh, come on. Of course now I can't get it. Man. Yeah, but this trick is still one of the tricks I'm struggling most with, because it's just like because of this jump or slash dash right there. See, now that is probably the perfect spot to dash off of this wall, because it looks like you're underneath the ceiling there, but you can, as I already mentioned, you can clip into the walls with your sprite a little bit. See, now I got a little like I got stunned there because I hit the ceiling, so I will go for it again. See, now I'm a little bit more to the left. Turn around, and you got it. Jump over here. Don't care about the Goomba. Get up there, walk a little bit. Dash, or walk, whatever you wanna do. Oops, and do the same thing here. Get out your coin and the level. That's it. And see, now we just get to the screen immediately, and we don't have to watch the cutscene. We can just move on to the next level now. But yeah, there's actually like another way to do the skip, but I won't show it here because I'm not doing it in runs, and there's only one person who's actually doing it in runs, and this person is VLAG. He's the world record holder in any %, and he's the only one who's going for this trick, because he's actually using those pits to make him bump more to the left. But it's extremely risky, because if you do like just one tiny mistake, you're basically dead. But yeah, it looks like kind of like this. You get into those pits for like tiny bit amount of time, and then you dash off of the right side. And yeah, but yeah, as I said, I'm not going to show you this because I have done it with like save states, but I would not recommend going for it. I would actually recommend, like for newer players, I would recommend going for the extra bump there, because it doesn't like lose a bunch of time. It's just like probably 2 seconds, maybe I don't think it's even 3 seconds, or maybe it is, because you have to get back to the left then. But anyways, you're gonna start this by like dashing into it. Again, if you're not sure if you're in the right position right there, just check where Wario is like compared to the coin in the status bar. That's always the best indicators to see if you are like in the correct position. And once you are, you have to like jump really high in order to get above this wall right there. Now I messed it up because I didn't cancel the dash like early enough. But yeah, anyways, you get the point of how you do this. And yeah, that's basically the wrap in Cyber Castle 38. But like especially for newer players, I said I would recommend going for this one, but to be honest, I wouldn't recommend going for this trick at all. If you like just completely new to the game, because it can be a huge run killer, and it's so late in the run, so it's probably not worth for you to lose like a bunch of time here just because you failed the rep. But if you do decide to do it, I would definitely start off with the additional bump right there. So yeah, I think that's it for this rep, if I'm not mistaken. If there's anything else I would like to mention, I don't think so. Like, in case you like get here and you're not out of bounds yet, you can go for a kind of risky strat. Lavistar just did that a couple days ago in his news any percent PB. You can actually like go for an extra bump right there, but as I said, this is completely dangerous and I would not recommend doing it. I would rather, like, if you're not familiar with the reps here, like if you're not used to them, I would just recommend going for it again, like to start off here or on the last block right there. But yeah, if you got like kind of far into the rep, like say you mess up right here, I think you will probably lose time no matter what, even if you get it on the second try. But I'm not quite sure about that. Oops. And yeah, also make sure if you somehow, like, let's say you start the rep right there with this block, you will activate the power up that is coming up, like that is coming out of this block. And if you somehow mess the rep up and you go for it for a second time, just make sure to not jump too high there, so you don't accidentally like pick up the power up. But yeah, that's it. And now we have just one more trick to cover, and it's in the last level actually. Let's just get there. You're gonna play like the level like you usually do. You can just look up the guides Brad Penn created on speedrun.com. As I said, I will link them in the description. You wanna get there, and the rep will start after this room. So I'm making a safe state right there. So I'm just showing you how it's done. Jump up there. And that's it. It doesn't look too difficult, and it really isn't. But there are some things you have to pay attention for. So as soon as you get into the room, the easiest and safest way is to just jump above those blocks here to get like the correct height. But you can also like dash at this height, I think. No, that was a little bit too low. You have to make sure that if you like, when you bounce into that door right there, this door gives you like a bunch of recoil that we are actually abusing to make the rep work, because we don't have enough walls in this room to make a rep work. So we're gonna use this one, and it always sends us back this far. And you know that you got it correct up to this point when you just barely see the block right there. You can just see like it's 1 pixel. It's like 1 pixel line or whatever you want to call it. I mean it's the right side of the block basically. But if you like dash too low, just say you're gonna dash right there. You see the block is still visible, and as long as this block is visible, the rep probably won't work. So it's just best to go above the blocks, and also you gotta make sure not to like waste any time as soon as you're in the room, because this guy right there, he will start walking when you get there, and we actually need him as well for making the rep work. Like, I'm actually not sure if he's walking when we stand here. Let's see. Oh no, okay, he will start walking when he's on screen. I see. So you can take your time in the beginning here, but just make sure that when you get close to him, you don't make any mistakes. Yeah. Anyway, so you wanna start the rep by jumping over here, and then as soon as you get around here, you wanna let go of you wanna like cancel your dash by either pressing A or B and fall down, and then you wanna resume your dash when you're like kinda lined up with the door. Like, it doesn't really matter if you hit it like up there or a little bit lower. That shouldn't really matter, I think. You wanna dash, you wanna let go of dash again, and as soon as you just like hit the door there, like as soon as you dashed into it, you wanna press down. You wanna have down pressed like all the time again, because that's as I said, for the other reps like Parsleywood's 33 and Syrup Castle 38, you wanna have down pressed all the time, because if you let go of it, the screen will scroll, and we don't wanna have this. So you wanna dash here, let go of dash again, keep on holding down, and as soon as this guy is coming close to you, like when he's about to touch you, because he will also give you a bunch of recoil, as you can see. As soon as he's touching you, like with the front part of his body, he's not gonna damage you. He will just, like, I mean, even the back part will not damage you, but usually you have to hit him 3 times in order to make the door open. So when you hit him once, he can actually hurt you, because he's charging, and then he can actually hurt you with his front side. But yeah, so wanna dash, let go, dash again, wanna press down, and as I said, as soon as he's about to get close to you, you wanna jump a little bit, just like a tiny little bit, about probably this high or so, that you like hit like the upper part of his sprite. So that way he will give you the best recoil, and so you will just end up landing here, I think. Yeah, just like that. And the block will be visible a little bit more, and now you have to be like super quick, but he still keeps on running no matter what, even if he bounces you off. Like when he gives you the recoil, he will still continue walking. So as soon as you land there, you wanna turn to the right and just dash for like a tiny bit amount of time, so you will end up actually next to the left side of this block. Wow. Okay, let's just do it again. It's hard to do this with pausing. See, now I didn't get it. It's kind of tight to do this. See, now I dashed like a little bit too less. Not far enough, let's say so. Whoops. Like this, and you wanna bounce off, and then usually you will end up like landing around here, and you gotta be careful not, like when the camera isn't fully scrolled yet, you have to make sure to not walk too much to the right, or else you will get inbounds again. You will end up like coming off the left side of the screen and you are inbounds again then. So as soon as you land there, you can just wait to have the camera scroll, because you have to, again, you have to walk up to a certain point to actually make the camera like wrap. Because let's see, if I turn left now and the camera scrolls like this, that means we got it. But sometimes it will just reset to the point where it was before. Anyways, if you got it, all you have to do is go to the left and then turn around to the right and just walk. And then we can enter the last boss. Of course you can also dash there, you don't have to walk, because dashing is faster. See, okay. And one thing you have to really be careful about is that the door somehow it gets ported to the screen. Why? I don't know, but that's just the case. And when you walk into that door while it's visible on screen, like, yeah, you will get soft lock again. And that's, again, just like the treasure door in Parsley Woods 34, you will get locked there. And there's nothing you can do except for either hard resetting or soft resetting there. So you want to make sure to like pass this door while it's still off screen, or while it's not like fully loaded. Oh man. As I said, this is kind of tight to do, but oh no. But oh, I can also show you a backup, like, cause if you somehow don't get it, okay, now I got it. See, now if I walk now I was just walking to the right all the way. We are just inbounds again, and then you mess up the wrap. But let's see if I can show you this. See, now I didn't get it. And when you see you don't get it, just you can recover from this by just turning to the left and instantly dashing, so he doesn't touch you again. Because if you're on the ground and he's touching you, he will mess up your camera positioning for the rep to make it work. So you wanna get away from him, and there's another block coming up that you can actually use, because right now you see there's only like a little bit, like just a tiny bit that is missing to make the wrap work. So you can also like do it with this one. Now you're a little bit like further to the left, of course, because you're like basically one screen further to the left in this room. So you have to walk a little bit more, like walk a little bit further. Like the camera should be working if you're about, like, if you're past this point right there. The camera should be scrolling correctly if we walk to the left now, just like that. And now all you have to do then is just dash to the right. If you are afraid of like getting stuck in this wall here that is glitched on the next screen. See, now if I walk to the left now, the camera will probably messed up. Yeah, see, now it doesn't scroll far enough, so you have to walk a little bit more to the right, just like that. So in case you are afraid to get stunned there, you can just fly over it as well. That is also working. But yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend doing this trick, even though it's not really that hard. It's like is just right before you finish your level, your run, and you really don't want to have a big time loss there, because if you somehow mess it up, it's pretty easy to lose the jet head right there, because you will probably hit him, or yeah, at least sometimes you will hit him, and then you will just lose your jet head and stuff like this. So there's also an easy way to kill that mini boss right there without having to do a rep. Of course, it takes a little bit longer, but you can do this, because all you have to do is you need to collect at least 20 coins in this level, and you can easily do this, because the room that is like everything up until this point, it's like filled with coins. You can just, if you dash there, you will easily get 20 coins. So what you kind of do is you will enter this room, and you don't have to jump up there. You can just instantly dash. And then you want to pull out a big coin, and throw it at him, and then he will start dashing, and he will dash like up to this point, and then you will just dash into his backside, and he will stop. You can only hit him when he's not dashing, because when he's dashing you can't hit him, and he will if you hit him like where we just hit him, you will he will stop dashing at around this here, like around this part of the screen. So what you want to do is you want to pull out another coin, and then okay, fuck. It doesn't if it drops on the ground before, it will not damage him. You just have to hit him directly with the coin. So let's show this again. Throw the coin at him. I like to just wait here, then dash into his backside. You can pull out the another coin already, and then walk it. Just throw it at him. But then you have to do those ladders, which you don't have to do, of course, if you're going for the rep. And you can actually just dash through those spikes here. So that's like a safe way to do the mini boss, in case you're worrying about losing your PB or your run right there by messing up the rep. But it's not that hard. You will get used to the rep. But see, I'm actually messing it up from time to time. It can happen. But yeah, that's probably all I have to say. Like, let me just show you how it looks like when you clip into that door by accident. See now, man, I was walking to the left. That ruined it. But I could have like tried another bump of the second block right there. So if you wait until the camera scrolls and then you walk there, you will get locked. So you really have to make sure, if you're like, as soon as you got the rep, you want to walk to the left and then immediately walk or dash to the right. Just make sure you pass this door when it's not fully loaded. That is really, really important, because when it is loaded, when you can see it on the screen and you walk into it, you will get soft lock no matter what. So yeah, you can if you want to do it fast, you just want to go to the left and then to the right. Like after you got the rep, you want to go to the left, and then turn to the right and immediately dash. You can dash up until you hit the wall right there, and then just walk like 2 blocks to the left to enter the store. Or you can, after some time, you will get a feeling to when to stop your dash and when to press up to enter the door. Because I'm actually entering it when it's not visible yet. But yeah, that's just some minor optimizations that you don't really have to go for when you're just learning the tricks. If you don't want to do it that fast, and you're maybe afraid to like mess up one of the like movements there, you can just jump over the door to be like really, really safe, and it only loses you like a couple of seconds, I'd probably say. So, but yeah, that's just it. I mean, I can show you how to do the last boss fight, but it's not really a trick or something like this. It's just see, you have to just wait until the camera is fully scrolled up to you, or else you risk the same thing I just did there. Wow, okay. But anyways, I can show you really quick how to. Let's get this a little bit. To do the boss fight, all you have to do is, as soon as you get control of Wario, just go to the left, and he will go up. He's like moving in a wave animation kind of. So he will start there, and then he will go down and go up and down, and you wanna hit his head. So what you wanna do is you wanna go all the way to the left and just stay there, and as soon as he's going back down, that was a little bit too late. Let me just show you. Oh, and as soon as you see that you got the trick, you got the rep there, you wanna turn to the left to make the camera scroll. I think it's not far. I'm not far enough to the right now. Oh, I actually was. Okay, never mind. Whoops. Now I'm getting confused. Okay, let's just. Okay, I get control, go to the left, wait right there, and when he's going down again, you wanna do it like this. You can basically just jump when you land, and then start the dash. Because the hitbox of his head is kinda big, so you do have some time to like hit him on the earliest frame when just dashing into him. But yeah, that is how I finish off this level and basically the game. Yeah, so I think that's actually it. I think we already covered all the major skips and tricks, glitches, whatever you want to call them in this game. So still, if there are any more like questions that you want to ask, you can just join our Discord, and as I said in the beginning, we are a super friendly community, and we are glad to help everyone who wants to get into this game. And I really hope that this tutorial like helps you in some kind of way. I know it's probably like 3 hours long now. I'm not quite sure because I like split it into 3 parts. And I have to cut them together, but it will be around like 3 hours, I guess. I probably have repeated myself a bunch of times in this tutorial, but there are some things that I do think are like worth repeating, like worth to be repeated, because they are really important for some of the tricks. And yeah, I will put some timestamps into the description, so in case you just want to learn how to do like the quick kill for the bosses, or you want to learn how to do the rep in Parsley Woods 33, you can just skip right there and only watch this. And yeah, if I see that you guys like this, and if you think that this tutorial helps you, just let me know, and I might be doing a full tutorial for the whole game, like except for the major tricks, because I just covered them in this one. But if you want me to do this, I could be doing another tutorial that will just like cover every single level and stuff like that. If you want me to do this, just let me know. And yeah, I think that's it. So in case you were just watching the whole tutorial, thank you so much. And yeah, that's it. Thanks.